this last little bit of meat stick. I have to keep for Bella, because if I don't, Bella will be mad at me. She's like, my buddy Paula, well, his truck's gone. I don't know if you guys could see in the mirror now. There's a dog with his head out the window. So anyway, yeah, Bella's a dog. So yeah, and there's a dog tax to pay every time I go. And that dog tax happens to be, number one, give her the remainder of my meat stick. Number two, pet her. That dog back there, he's having a good time. There's two dogs. From this angle, it looks like one dog's driving. Maybe. Well, they both got their heads out the windows. Dogs, best people in the world. Yeah. So I'm just on my way to cut some grass, do some whippersnippings, trim some lilac bushes, and got my chainsaws in case I have to cut up some skids. I tell you, my chainsaw videos seem to get a little bit of traction there. People seem to like that, so that's good. I had a question last night. I don't know if that subscriber will watch this video. About, asked me about any videos of any running chainsaws that bog out as soon as you start cutting. I have saws that do that. I have saws that do that. I don't have any videos of it, no. But last winter, Ninja Shark, my Stihl MS260, which ran perfect for about 10 years. Like, it was a 1-2 pole start every time. I love that saw. That saw made me thousands of dollars. You can see videos of it on the channel here. And I don't think there's any cutting videos with it, but me talking about that saw and stuff like that. Oh, here goes the doggies. But they're on the other side. Oh no, they're there. Ha! He's like, hey, I'm a dog. Come ahead out the window. I'm eating bugs. Life is great. Yeah. yeah. Ears flapping in the wind. But anyway, so the boggy chainsaw. When my saw, like, it ran perfect, and it was just like, and it'd bog out. Started to run for a little bit, bog out. And I still haven't figured out why it does that. And I have two saws that do that. My dad and I think it might be just the fuel lines are so old that after a while they just kind of suck closed. You know, that does happen to them. It could be something to do with the little intake boot for the fuel, like the little strainer. It could be something to do with that, where with one saw, it'd stay stuck at, like, the fuel line, I guess, was stiff, and it would stay stuck at the top, and then it'd bog out. A subscriber was talking about that's what happened to his saw. Like, if he had a half tank in it, he was fine, but as soon as it went below the half tank, the little plunger, you know, fuel strainer thing wouldn't pick up the fuel, and then it'd bog out. Like, it'd get air in it, right? The other thing is there could actually be a crack in the hose, and then when your fuel gets below a certain depth, it just, you know, sucks on air and then bogs out your saw. So that could be one reason, you know. Like, the other thing is the carbs could be worn out. You know, I mean, these are old saws that I have. The little saws have been doing okay so far. The tree tangerine, that little husky, it runs better every time I run it. I did put a cap of what you call it, I got racing stripes there. Cap of you know, sea foam in my big tank, stuff like that. And that seems to help a little bit, but I think a lot of it is just it was sitting so long. It's like, even if a chainsaw sits with no fuel in it, it still gets corrosion in the jets and stuff, right? And sometimes that'll just clog it worse when you start it up. you know, like things will break, like it'll run fine for a little bit, and then it'll break up, and the stuff will actually clog the jet, because it breaks loose and it clogs it, right? Just from sitting. And then other times it's just, you know, you get lucky, it runs long enough, it clears itself out, and then once it does, then you're laughing, right? Once it does, when it does. But it doesn't always do that. Usually Murphy doesn't work in your favor. Usually, right? So, well, I better get ready to do the dangerous turn. Well, there's only that one, so we'll see if there's... I hate stopping people here because, like, the way people come around that corner... Yeah, I can make it. I'll have to cut this guy off here. These guy brakes. And that there, if you hit that really hard, it's pretty bad. You know, this road itself is pretty rough to begin with. But yeah, that corner is really bad. I usually pull off the side if there's a bunch of people behind me. Nobody does the speed limit. Everybody drives like fools, right? So, but yeah, I could, when things slow down a bit, you know, I'll be making more videos about the chainsaws and, you know, whatever. Got a full yard there. There's a guy, I think it's this guy here. Oh, but yeah, I don't know if he's a fridge repairman or whatever, but he's always got fridges and stoves there, so I don't think he's a scrap guy. Probably does like heating, air conditioning, you know, refrigeration, that kind of stuff. Yeah. But yeah, I when I take my stills up to the you know, like I could build it myself, like buy the parts and build it myself, but it's just, you know, like I got so many projects, like, you know what, screw it, I'll pay the extra little bit of labor. Even it doesn't matter, because I make the money back on those saws pretty quick. Like the tree tangerine, I've used it, you know, only a handful of times. It's already paid for itself once. That's a $300 saw, right? So that's not bad. It's just paid for itself because I had to do some adjustments. Still got a couple of little adjustments to do for my chain's idling a little bit fast, and you know, whatever. But I forgot to bring those little screwdriver, nut driver set there. That's for chainsaws to adjust it the last time. So, but you know, I forgot again today. But I probably might not be using it today. But I might be. It's hard to say. It's like when I bring the tools, they tend to get used, right? So, but I will be using it next week again, following more trees, and you know, like for next month, I want to have my tree pricing all sorted out, so that when I do start doing jobs, I'm gonna advertise as a light. So I can't advertise until I have a reliable vehicle. Because it's like, yeah, I can do your tree spray, but you gotta come and get me and drop me off. you know what I mean? Like if people ask me, I'll explain the situation. Yeah, my truck's broke right now. Yeah, so I have no ride. But if you want to pick me up, I'd be glad to do it. And most of the time, people go for that. But you wouldn't advertise, and then because everybody's asking, well, Reg, when's your truck gonna be fixed? I'm like, at earliest June next year. Like what? Like why don't you just put it in the shop? Because I have no money. You know, like try to explain people to you know, like that I'm in a catch-22, like, you know, like the truck broke down. Like there's never a convenient time for a vehicle to break down, right? It's never when you have a whole bunch of repair money saved up. You know, that's why I say, like, when you buy a vehicle, budget a minimum $1,500, and forget you have it. Oh geez. You know, like save it up, but like forget you have it, and then if something breaks on your vehicle, hopefully you can keep it under $1,500. Because like it used to be, like you could go to a mechanic, $200-300, you get a lot of work done, if you can even get a mechanic, which is the problem I usually have. You're always looking at $800 to $1,000 minimum, and that's not getting a lot done. You know, it's just that's the cost of everything now, right? This road's so bad. The pavement parts right now, this time of year, the pavement part's actually worse than the actual gravel part. In the wintertime, it's all bad. It's like really bad. Springtime, it's like absolutely atrocious. Look at that trailer. Ooh, that's pretty. That's pretty. But yeah, so a lot more chainsaw videos are going to be on the way for sure.